Assalamu alaikum student mathematics 4024. Welcome to Maths Guru. I hope you all are fine. I am fine too, alhamdulillah. Students, one more question on the speed time graph. As you know that we are covering kinematics and we have discussed the distance time graph. We solved some questions related to distance time graph in the previous videos. In the last video, I solved one question on speed time graph in which we discussed all the possible concepts talking about the acceleration, deceleration, total distance, and the average speed. This is one more question on speed time graph, and it is from your past papers. And this question is also present in your worksheet. So let's just discuss the solution of this question in this video. The question says about a speed time graph for the first 20 seconds of a motorcyclist's journey. So the graph is already there, and this is a speed time graph, and the total time is 20 seconds. From 0 to 8, the speed is increasing, and since the line is straight, so the acceleration is constant because the gradient is constant. And from 8 seconds to 12 seconds, again the speed is changing. The acceleration is increasing, but again the acceleration is constant. The acceleration is now more than the actual, so that's why the speed is increasing. We can also say that the gradient of this line is lesser than the gradient of this line, so the speed is greater in this stage. And in the last stage, from 12 to 20, in the last 8 seconds, there is a deceleration, so the speed is decreasing, and finally the object is coming to rest. So this is the journey of a motorcyclist, and we have two parts for this question. In the first part, we have to find the retardation, which is also called the deceleration or the negative acceleration during the final 8 seconds. So this is the final 8 seconds from 12 to 20, and this part is called the retardation part or the deceleration part, where the speed is decreasing. So since we have to find the acceleration, deceleration or retardation is basically acceleration. So we will use the gradient formula to find out the acceleration. For that we need 2 points, and since this is the start of the deceleration, so we will take this point. The value of x on this point is 12, and the value of y on this point is 30. So this point is 12 and 30, and this is my second point. It is on x-axis, so the value of x is 20, and since this point is on x-axis, so the value of y will be 0, so this point will be 20 0. So now I have the 2 points now, and I will label them as x1 and y1, x2 and y2. Then I will apply the formula. This is the first point, so this will be x1, and this will be y1, and this is the second point, so I will write it as x2 and y2. So now we know the formula y2 minus y1. So y2 is 0, and y1 is 30, so 0 minus 30 divided by x2 minus x1. What is the value of x2? The value of x2 is 20, and the value of x1 is 12. So this will be 0 minus 30 will be minus 30, and 12 minus sorry 20 minus 12 will be 8. And since they both are even numbers, so they can be reduced. 2 times 4 is 8, and 2 times 15 is 30. So the deceleration is coming out as 15 upon 4. Or you can also say that the retardation or the acceleration, if you are using the word acceleration, you will say the acceleration is minus 15 upon 4. And if you are using the word deceleration, your answer will be 15 upon 4. So it doesn't matter which point you label as x1 or y1, x2 or y2, the answer is always the same. Minus 15 upon 4 is the answer. This is the value of the gradient, and this gradient means this is the value of the acceleration. So this is negative, so we will say this is deceleration or the retardation. So you can write it like this as well. Acceleration is equals to minus 15 upon 4 meter per second square. Or you can also write it as retardation. When you will write retardation, you will just remove this negative sign, and you will just add this unit, meter per second square, and meter per second square here as well. So this is the answer of the first part. In the second part, we have to find the total area. calculate the distance traveled in the 20 seconds. The distance traveled means we have to find the area under the graph. And we have divided our graph into four shapes, three triangles and one rectangle. So this is my first triangle, this is my second triangle, this is the third triangle, and we have a rectangle. So this is our fourth shape. You can also go with two rectangles and one trapezium, and you will also get the same answer from that method as well. It doesn't matter how many shapes you use, you just have to add all the areas to get the total area, and the total area is equals to the total distance. So we have to find out the areas of the individual four shapes and then we will add them. So this is the first triangle, and we know that the area of the triangle is half into base into height. So this is half, and the base is from 0 to 8. So 8 minus 0 is 8. So the base is 8. And what about the height? The height of this triangle is it is from here till here. So what is the value? 15. So I will just write 15. And since this is 2, this 2 times 1 is 2, and 2 times 4, so 15 multiplied by 4 will give me 60. So the area of the first triangle is coming out as 60 meters square. What about the second area? The second area again, this triangle from top to bottom, the height is 15 and the base is from 8 to 16. So 16 minus 8 is 8 again. The value will come out as the same. Area is equals to half 8 multiplied by 15. This will be cancelled out. The area will again be 60. And what about this triangle? Again, half into base into height. The base is from 16 to 20. So 20 minus 16 will be 4. And the height of this triangle is 15 again. So this will be 15 as well. 2 times 1 is 2. 2 times 2 is 4. 15 to 30. So the area of the third triangle is coming out as 30. What about the area of this rectangle? The base of the rectangle is 16 minus 8, 8. And the height is 15. So 15 multiplied by 8 will give me 120. Now I have the areas. Now I will add them all to get the total area. 60 plus 60 is 120. 120 and 120 is 240. And 240 plus 30 will give me 270 meters, which is the total travel distance by the motorcyclist. And that was all about the solution of this question. काफी easy question था. I hope तुम लोगों को concept clear होगा. So do try these type of questions in the worksheet as well and from the past papers, and clear your concept and be an expert of kinematics. Stay tuned for some more videos on kinematics. Inshallah, I will be uploading some questions on the tangent concept as well. So stay tuned and keep working hard.